Today we are going to learn another chapter of your syllabus, A Triumph of Surgery. Before providing a short glimpse of the chapter, let's know about the author. The author of the chapter is James Alfred White Heriot. He was an English veterinary surgeon and writer. He was born on 3rd October 1916 in Sunderland, England. James Heriot was his pen name, an assumed name used by a writer instead of their real name. Being a noted veterinary surgeon, he utilized his vast experience in writing stories about animals. He wrote a series of books of stories about animals and their masters. James Alfred White, or James Heriot, died on 23rd February 1995 at the age of 78. Now students, I am going to provide you a short summary of the chapter. The story, A Triumph of Surgery, revolves around an ill dog named Tricky and his mistress, Mrs. Pumphrey. The dog was hugely fat, his eyes were blood red and rheumy, that means watery. Mrs. Pumphrey gave her malt, barley that has been germinated, cod liver oil, a bowl of Horlicks. Still, Tricky had no energy. The doctor, Heriot, advised her to cut down on sweet things. Tricky left eating and kept vomiting. He was hospitalized. The doctor gave Tricky nothing to eat for the first 2 days except water. On the third day, there were signs of improvement. He started taking food properly. The doctor didn't give him any medical treatment. Tricky used to run around and play with the other dogs cheerfully. Soon he recovered completely. Mrs. Pumphrey continued inquiring about Tricky on the phone. When she came to collect the dog, tears were shining in her eyes. She called this magical recovery, a triumph of surgery. She reached the surgery by car to collect Tricky. The doctor brought Tricky in his arms. Tricky jumped into Mrs. Pumphrey's lap and started licking her face. Tears were shining in her eyes. She thanked the doctor with trembling lips. Over here, the story ends. The moral of the story signifies that the parents should not be indulgent, which may harm their children. Thank you.